it's time for you to answer the call. Because if you don't, the universe starts to bitch slap you, and we don't want that for you. Because we both been bitch slapped many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah, it's Rumble Rama here.
every time I'm like, want to shrink back down, the universe comes in and is like,
Hello.
I'm like, nobody's home. And it's like, oh, really? Bam!
Boom.
I'm like, oopsie, I'm just kidding.
I forgot who I was for a second there. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for the spanking, Cosmic Daddy. Oh, hello. We're talking about my tits. Most of the time.
Girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
Yeah. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting like excited.
I do actually. Tequila. Exactly. We're conjuring up something. Like we were really in sync there.
Welcome back to
Welcome back.
the Unhinged news channel.
Your weekly dose.
Your weekly dose of unhinged conversations, pissing people off and making people fall in love.
You really pissed off some Swifties on TikTok last week.
I feel like, yeah, one of our posts went a bit viral. And it was me, of course, fucking blabbing my loud mouth where I was like, if you're harassing Taylor Swift, or what did I say? Like, if you're shitting on Taylor Swift right now, I'm like, you're on fucking crack. And then I was like, oh, sometimes I'm on here and I just don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just like in the zone.
It's the best. It's
We're
my
having the
favorite
best
thing
time.
about you.
And then I didn't realize the whole Easter egg thing about how like she plants these things intentionally. Because I was going on a rant. I'm like, why the fuck is everyone just trying to like decode everything she says? Like, who cares? Whatever happened to just listening to a song? And then people were like, no, she does that. And Kelsey's like, I totally did not tell you about that because I like wanted you to go on the rant. I was like, wow, clearly I'm uneducated in Taylor Swift. My kids are obsessed with her, like love her, but only more like recently, like only I'd say in the last like maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. And so I know her music now. I'm listening to a lot more, but like, anyways, I stand by my opinion.
Listen, I stand by you. I back you 100%. And listen, we weren't having a conversation about like decoding her album. I think it would be different if we were doing like a full walkthrough of the album, but we weren't doing that. Like we were talking about other things and other threads. And so, let them get all flustered and fight with themselves. The best part is that we don't even really manage that. And I went on there I think on the weekend, and I'm literally watching all of these people fighting with each other. Some of them are just fighting with themselves in the comment section. We're not even participating in the conversation. We just say the thing and then we're like, bye.
I just started hearting them all. My account, I don't even have my TikTok account. I don't have one post on there.
You don't even have a picture of yourself. Oh, maybe
So
you do on TikTok.
I just started like, but I have 0 posts. And I just started hearting every comment because I was like, this is amazing. I don't care what they say. Like, it doesn't meaning like I love people who have an opinion. I'd rather you have an opinion, but just like have at her. I mean, the comment section blowing up is fantastic for us. So like,
good for us.
It's
I
great.
want them to fight with each other. I mean,
it's like
I'd rather them like have more constructive conversations. But listen, like they say, like all press is good press, and it's true. Like especially on TikTok, like you're making us money, so
treat yourself.
Thank you.
Come on down to the rodeo.
Down. The price is right.
The price is right. Well, and also because when you and I first started this podcast, we were half joking, but we said we're going to pre-cancel ourselves.
Right.
We're just going to do that work right away because we're human. We're going to fuck up. We're going to say stupid shit. We're going to say stuff that like in a week I might not believe the same thing. Yeah. I've been humbled so many times that what I believe to be so true, a week, a month, a year later is completely different because when you're actually committed to your growth and committed to your evolution as a human and as a person, you're always changing perspective. You're constantly evolving your consciousness and knowing more. And so I don't get stuck to anything. So if I say something, it's just giving me the freedom right now to speak and to create and be heard and known and calibrate my nervous system to safety around that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was younger, it was not safe to be seen and heard. I was humiliated and laughed at and just like made fun of and bullied in school. And so like I have to do that retraining of my nervous system to come online, to be visible and to be myself. And myself, like, I love saying this, but I think our cringe is our it factor. So people might be like, oh my God, Christine's so cringy, or Kelsey's so cringy. I can't believe they said that. But I'm like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay. And if I fuck up, I will say, if I really like reflect on something and somebody says like, hey, you know what? You got to check yourself. I will look at like, do I respect you? Do I know you? Do I value your opinion?
We have a
Are you in,
relationship.
do we have a relationship? Are you in the game of your life? And if so, and if I really fuck up, I got no problem being like, yo, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I do better. I try to do better. Can't guarantee, but I'll try.
Promises. It's like one of our favorite moves. The Club Unhinged move.
It's like get out of jail free card. Wee. I'm just ADHD brain. I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, that is partly true. And also, I think this is such a great invitation to embrace making mistakes. Like, how many people don't live their full expanded life because they're so afraid of making a mistake? They're so afraid of being judged. They're so afraid of being criticized. And we talked about that last week. Like, listen, a critic is not creating, so like, who the fuck cares? And, we need more people who are willing to be silly and to be self-expressed and to fuck up sometimes, and then have models of how to repair that. Because I don't know about you, but like, I didn't really get any modeling of that. Of like, you fuck up and then there's like this secret code to like repair, but you are never given the playbook. And so you're like throwing shit at the wall, hoping something sticks. Nothing ever does. And like, that's so dysregulating for the nervous system. And to go through life, like your main formative years like that, and then come into adulthood, what do you think that's going to do? It's going to have you be timid, pulled back, and not living your full iconic self out in the world. Because you're like, well, if I fuck up, I'm fucked. No, you're not. Like, you can fuck up. It's okay to fuck up. I know the internet is ruthless right now, and it would kind of paint a picture otherwise, but the best part is you can just mute all of that. You can literally not open your phone. You can not go on the internet if it's like too much for your nervous system, and then just keep paving your path. Be unapologetic, unfuckable with, uncancelable. Like, it's an energy, it's a frequency. And you know who really embodied that frequency like so well?
Tell me.
Diane Keaton.
I know.
Our queen.
God rest her soul.
We love her. Yeah, that was pretty sad this week that she just was like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
Please. No, I know.
It was one of those things I was like, that can't be real news. Like, that's got to be fake news. And then it kept popping up everywhere. I'm like, oh, it's not fake news.
Yeah.
Like, this is tragic. Like, this woman was an icon.
Yeah.
And she really did march to her own little beat and her own little drum. Yeah. And I loved her for that.
She was zero fucks given.
Zero fucks.
Like, I love, like, like the no stylist. Like, no, I'm not good. No, I'm good. Like, she really seemed like a woman who owned herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she really knew herself, and she owned that, and she went against industry standards and normalities and just said, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go out and live my life. And some celebrities won't even, not leaving the house. They're not doing anything. They're not grocery shopping without a full stylist team. And, again, that's tiring, right? I love that she just was like, meh. And I want to read the statement that Ralph Lauren put out. He said, Dan always marched to the beat of her own drum in the way she lived, the way she saw the world, and the way she made all of us feel. Ralph Lauren posted that on social media. She was authentic, unique, and full of heart. She was always herself, one of a kind. Like, if that isn't what...
I want that written about me when I die.
Well, and what's really cool and why I'm really excited is because, not that she died, obviously, but like what I'm excited about is that we need more leaders and more icons like
Yeah.
that. And that's what you and I are building. And that's what we're in service to in Club Unhinged, is helping people deconstruct and become who they actually are. Like shave away all the layers, undress all that fucking, you know, all the labels and the bullshit that was put upon
Mm-hmm.
you and indoctrinated into you, and just like slew it off so you can feel so alive and so authentic and so fucking Diane Keaton, who's just like, now
Mm-hmm.
I do my thing how I want when I want,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like that is freedom. That to me is real living, breathing success, is being able to
Yes.
be yourself, to walk around with that kind of just fucking it factor of like,
Mm-hmm.
I know myself. There's nothing more magnetic than a woman who fucking knows herself and is like,
Mm-hmm.
I own me. I am obsessed with
With
me.
me.
And this is why you and I are literally, um, we're doing the reinvention next week. So this is like a fun little drop that we're telling you right now, but we are in service to this. And next week, Wednesday the 22nd, Thursday 23rd, Friday the 24th, we are going to be going live with you on Zoom to not just talk about your reinvention era, not just like have a paint a cute picture and send you off to go do it yourself. It's like come in and calibrate to the frequency of reinvention, feel it in your bones. There's going to be a version of you before the event and a version of you after the event. And
Mm-hmm.
you are not going to want to miss this, because we are going all fucking in with
Mm-hmm.
you. We're getting like in your world. We are doing the excavation of all the shit you're not. We are going to be activating your like fucking hottest, richest, like magnetic, walking around like, who the fuck does she think she is? Like, what is happening over there in that world? Like, what the fuck just happened to her vibes? Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're going in because there's so much talk in the industry about this, of like, just embody the new identity and, you know, go out there and do the thing. And people are like, but how? And so
Ow.
we're showing you the behind the scenes, our signature Club Unhinged method that
Mm-hmm.
has, you know, unlocked for us, like we were calculating the other day, like a multi six figure business in
Mm-hmm.
what, how long have we been in business?
Like 15 months?
Yeah. So I mean, we the other day we were like, what? Oh my
What?
God, we
We
founded
did that?
another, we did it again? Like, that's fun. But
Okay.
that's what's really cool. And we're not just sitting here bragging about those numbers, but it just tells us that this work works, and the method that we've created, our signature method, and the way we do it with people is different. We're not
Yeah.
just talking about it. We're not just giving them cute information. We're not just trying to hype you up, because that there's always an aftermath to that. There's always a falling flat. And so we're getting in there with you to help you literally, no matter where you've come from, no matter what you've done, no matter, you know, how many courses or programs you've already taken or haven't worked or whatever nonsense is in your mind. We're going to blow that narrative up and have you,
Mm-hmm.
we don't even need to talk about it. You're just going to experience it by being in our fields. Because Kelsey and I are the queens of reinvention. We have gone from
Yeah.
rock bottom. We have been in the absolute hot mess express of our lives. We have had initiation after initiation. We've had been pummeled. We've both been, oh my God, cheated on, like fucking gaslit. We have been in like toxic relationships. We have had businesses fall and fail. We have had, you know, partnerships, business partnerships crash and burn. We have been, oh my God, just so much chaos. Like I wrote a little post the
Mm-hmm.
other day about, I remember I was like, from government assistance to multi six figure businesses, like
Mm-hmm.
multiple of them.
Yeah.
And it was a moment where the past me wouldn't have posted that, because I would have been like, oh, like people are gonna be like, who does she think she is? Oh, she's talking about money, or she's talking about this, or she's so XYZ. And I was like, I just don't care anymore,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the truth. Like
It's the
I have
truth.
had to build, and I even said, I'm like, is it about the business or the money or the opportunities that are now coming my way? No, it's about who I became, because I
Mm-hmm.
trust myself. The safety has been created internally in myself, that any one of those things could be taken away from me and it wouldn't make me crumble, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I can build it again. That's my mentality. And that's what we want for
Mm-hmm.
you. We want you to feel so safe, so unshakable, so rock solid in your foundation and who you are, no matter what you've been through. In fact, the messier your past, the better. Give it to
Better.
us. We got no fear for you. We have rewritten
Mm-hmm.
the script. We should both not be here. right? Like if you look at calculations, we should be in a very different place. And we're like, I'm all in. And so we're going to teach you the playbook. We're going to teach you, you're going to experience the magic that happens when Kelsey and I come together, because we want that for you. We want you to experience yourself and come fully fucking alive. You didn't come here to play small. You didn't come here to
blend
fit
into the background.
Yeah, blend in the background, or put yourself into a box, or whatever it is. It's like, if you have a dream, if you have a vision for yourself, if you know you're meant for more, let us help you unlock that really quickly, because the method that we do is very different from industry standards.
I love that you just said, like, break out of the box, because I literally wrote a poem yesterday and it's titled The Box.
Zing,
But
zing.
it's all about that, like breaking this box of convention. And I think one of the ending lines is like, I'm so grateful for the box because it gave me something to break out of and like become who I'm actually here to be.
Yeah.
And, I think when we look at the world in general, so many people are just going through the motions. They're living a life that isn't by their own design. They're living a life that their parents wanted for them, or their partner wants for them, or that their community or society wants for them. But deep down, like the artist in their bones, the entrepreneur, the change maker is like dying this slow, painful death, because they're not here to do that. They're here to literally fuck the box, fuck the rules, and make their own, and like carve a whole new path. And you can't do that if we're playing pretend and trying to be like everybody else and fitting in. Like, no. It's about belonging with the right people. It's about being yourself, like the full range self, like out of the box. I don't know why I keep saying like Jack in the Box, like, like getting out, like.
Well, sometimes you have to have that circus. You have to have the circus and that like winding. And this is what we talk about a lot with 2 feet from gold. This concept of you're literally 2 feet from gold.
Yeah.
If you're in that frustration loop and you're like, I'm meant for more. I'm ready to pop. I don't know when I'm going to pop, but the Jack in the Box is coming out. And this is where Kelsey and I are going to come in. We're going to be like, pop, right? Well, our field is so intense that like people are gonna.
It's true. It's impossible for you not to. Yeah.
Whenever we welcome new women in the club, we always say to them, again, there's like a you before this and there's a you after, and you would have never made it into our field, our podcast, our frequency, and especially not working with us intimately inside of the club or our business incubator coming up. Like, you would never, ever in a million years commit to that if there wasn't, you're allowed to be afraid. You're allowed to be freaked out. You're allowed to not know what it's going to look like. You're allowed to have questions. But there is what's louder and more true is your soul and your spirit and your highest timeline who's calling you. And it will call you in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. And it'll call you when you're at the gym. And it'll call you when you're having those moments of inspiration or you're out in nature. It's like, it's that rumble that does not leave. And that's why we've designed the reinvention, because it's time for you to answer the call. Because if you don't, the universe starts to bitch slap you, and we don't want that for you. Because we both been bitch slapped many times.
So, yeah, it's rumble rama here.
Every time I'm like, want to shrink back down, the universe comes in and is like,
hello.
I'm like, nobody's home. And it's like, oh, really? Bam! I'm like, oopsie, I'm just kidding.
I forgot who I was for a second there. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for the spanking, Cosmic Daddy. But it's true. Like, I think that's the power of being in community too, is that you can't forget for too long. Like when you're around other iconic babes who are doing epic shit, and they're doing that brave work of becoming who the fuck they are. Like, even if you have a little moment where you go off-roading, like you don't go off-roading for long, and then you're back, and everyone's like, yay, you're back! What'd you learn when you went off-roading? It's such a beautiful thing to be able to calibrate in that community and have that support where we're all riding together. And you and I are queens of reinvention, yes. And we're also very well skilled in the art of lone wolfing. You know,
Oh yeah.
and I think what we've done with Club Unhinged is we kind of collapsed all this time because we are no longer lone wolfing. It takes forever to do your reinvention when you're trudging by yourself. But it does not take that long when you are riding with a group of like black stallion horses and y'all are fucking free and you're running on the beach together. Like one might run into the ocean and be like, "Oh, I just needed a little, chill, a little downtime in the water. Like this is nice." And then they get back up and they start running. Or like one might run off into the woods and then they come back and but everyone's kind of galloping together and we're moving in this rhythm together. And it's impossible to get left behind when you are calibrating in that type of container. And when you remember who you are, it's impossible to forget. This is what I love so much about it because once you remember, you will always know.
You can't unknow it. You
Can't
see
unknow
behind you once you see behind the curtain and you see the operation and the way it actually works, you
Yeah.
can't. Do you know how many times I've tried to unsee it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to know that because now I have to be accountable and I don't
Right.
want
I
to
have to
fucking
be
see that.
responsible for that now. Fuck.
I don't want to do that. It's like, I don't
Hmm.
want to know. There's times, you know how many times I've been like, no, you know what? Fuck this shit. I just want to have a normal life. I want to go and get a normal job. I just want to do that. Every time I like play that game, the
Hmm.
universe is like, cute. I adore you. I love that for you. Never. Like, and then it'll give you,
Go
it's
have
like
a nap.
100%. Like when you have the call, you have the call, you have the
Hmm.
call,
Hmm.
right? Our work is not for everybody, and that's fine and that's perfect
Yep.
because, I realize some people don't want to reinvent or some people don't care. They like actually like
Hmm.
they don't want to make there's times I've actually this is way back, but when I used to like essentially give my coaching away for free,
Right.
I always say to people, I'm like, do not do that because when you do
Um,
that, you're coaching people who don't even necessarily want to be coached. Like I remember being
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you could do this and you could create a revenue stream here. And like, I'm love channeling ideas for people and like
Hmm.
ways to make more money and ways to have more fun and all that stuff. And it's one of my superpowers. And so I would like do that for people. And they were like, that sounds like
I don't want to
exhausting.
do
Like, I
that.
don't want to do that. Like they had zero interest. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? So
Why not?
I was constantly barking up the trees of people who didn't have the capacity and didn't have the desire and didn't want it. And it's
Hmm.
it's funny how we do that sometimes. We go after the people or we go after, whether it's clients or whether it's a relationship, and we continuously put ourselves in situations in like the wrong rooms or around the wrong
Hmm.
people that reconfirm the narrative, the disempowering narrative we have about ourselves,
Hmm.
right? It's like you're trying to sell to people, but they have no interest in buying your product, so nobody buys from you, and then you get to tell yourself that it's never going to work and that you're
Right.
a loser and this is why I didn't make money. Or you go into a relationship and they can't meet you, and then use it as evidence of like, see, I'm unchoosable,
Too much.
I'm too much, they're not choosing me, they're whatever their narrative is, versus just plunking ourselves out. I just got a visual of like, when mother cats like take their kittens by the
Yeah.
scruff and they like pick
Yeah.
them up. It's like picks you up and plunk you out, and it's like
Hmm.
everything about you works. You are magic. You have so much medicine to offer the world. You have so much money to be made if that's what you want. But you need to put yourself in the rooms with the people who can actually see you.
Hmm.
And you need to elevate the game. Because if you put
Hmm.
yourself in a shitty little crack house, you're gonna get you gonna get those results. You're gonna be
You're
around
just
those
gonna have
people.
crackheads for friends,
Yeah,
okay?
totally. And if
No
you
one's
have
making millions there.
and if you haven't listened to our episode,
Don't get
don't
out.
get out hustled by a crackhead. You're gonna want to listen to it
Go
because
listen.
it's
We have
so
strong opinions about this.
well. It's just again, it's so funny, but it's so true, right?
Yeah.
We
Well,
deconstructed how if a crackhead wants like drugs, you
they're
better
gonna
fucking
do
believe they're gonna
whatever it takes.
resource themselves. So it's so
100%.
funny as entrepreneurs, we're like, I can't have the money, I don't have the thing. I'm like, pretty sure if you needed to get that money,
You'd
you
find a
had
way.
a one of your family members had like a life altering surgery. What do you think you'd go do? You'd go out and knock on every single door. You'd go out and put out it's unbelievable the
Mm-hmm.
resources that we have and how incredibly powerful we are.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to keep having to tap into the rock bottom to use that as the springboard to
Right.
create. We want to create because we want to create and we desire more for ourselves. And again, that was like the pigeonhole I got myself into for a long time, was just creating from rock bottom constantly. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'm at this rock bottom and I need to, and it's this momentary dysregulation that like helps me achieve something, fight or flight, but then I was always exhausted and burnt out. It's never a good strategy.
No.
So it's like, decide that you're worthy, decide that you deserve more for your life and you want to create a life that you're absolutely obsessed with. Like, I am literally obsessed with myself right now. I'm obsessed with my courage. It doesn't mean I'm doing it perfectly, but I'm obsessed with showing up more, being more vulnerable, being more visible, doing things that are really uncomfortable. I'm saying yes to
To a
everything right
lot,
now,
yeah.
to a lot. And I'm like, I know I'm going to be dysregulated. But I also
Mm-hmm.
realized the other day, I'm like, there's dysregulation. There's like being in a rock bottom where you're really dysregulated and it's out of control. And then you do the work to get yourself to like a more relaxed, regulated, you feel really rich, like more internally rich and a level of safety. And then you basically go and intentionally dysregulate yourself again, but it's
Mm-hmm.
through a very different lens. It's through the lens of expansion. It's through the like lens of the quantum leaps. It's a very different
Yeah.
energetic. And so I'm more in that right now. So I know I'm dysregulating myself, but it's for fun now and it's for
Mm-hmm.
play versus because I can't handle it
Because you're
anymore.
being forced to, yeah.
You're being forced. Yeah. And so we want that. We want you to have that. And that was not my life. And that was not your life. Like there was, if you'd shown me a little video or a clip of this podcast when I was in my like 8 million Dark Night of the Souls moments, and I was like, this is a fucking cosmic joke. Like the shit I'm going through right now feels like torture and it feels like
Mm-hmm.
hell on earth. And you'd show me this clip, I would have been like, I don't understand. How did she get there? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how would she have gotten there? And honestly, it's micro choices, it's deciding, it's going all in on yourself, it's making bets on yourself, it's showing up consistently, it's finding the right community. I mean, that's been a huge thing for me, is finding the right community to grow in. That's been a
Yeah.
really big piece of it for me, of like the big unlock is finding community.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was a lone wolf and I, was like, oh, people don't care about me and people don't care about my journey and all the things. And just, it was a narrative that just kept me really small. It didn't even matter if I was in certain places. But when you find other people who are willing to be like out there and just going for shit and
Mm-hmm.
bold and also loving, like really
Yeah.
welcoming and loving, that was the biggest unlock for me in terms of my
Mm-hmm.
expansion. It was like really the thing I think that like had me like hardcore healing fast. It was just like
Mm-hmm.
boom, being around other people and letting myself be seen.
Yeah.
Because we rupture through relationship and we heal through relationships.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
And the
sitting
key
there,
is you don't heal in the relationships that ruptured you, by the way. That's a little side note, but like other relationships where, like you said, the people who can see you.
yeah,
And I'd say that that was very similar for me too. Like, I mean, there were many seasons of reinvention. And I've been thinking about this over the last couple weeks of how many I've actually gone through, even if I'm just clocking from high school till now. So like a good, what, 25 years? Yeah, 25 years. I graduated in 2000. Wait, yeah. What is time? I don't know. But there's been so many distinct chapters and so many distinct women that I've been through those chapters. But the big unlock happened when I moved to Vancouver. And the thing is about that move is I made the move before I knew what was going to come down the pipeline. I just knew I had to go. There was no good reason for it other than my internal operating system was like, you go. My intuition was like, you go. I'm like, I guess I'm going. Like, and my mom has said this to me countless times. She's like, one of my favorite things about you is your courage. She's like, I don't understand how you do what you do, and that you are just willing to pick up your life and leave. She's like, how did you do that? I'm like, honestly, I don't really know. I just did. I didn't really overthink it. I just felt that pull. And I knew that if I'd stayed where I was, that I was just going to have more of what I'd already had. And it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like, I had a band, I had a music studio with my partner, like, and we had a very nice life together. But something was missing. And I knew that I could not live my life with that something missing. I didn't know what that thing was, but I knew I needed to have it. And the next step towards finding it was following this internal cue to move. And so I literally packed my car. I moved to another province. I moved to another city. I didn't know anybody. I didn't even have a place to live a month before or a week before I moved. And I was still planning on going. I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. If I have to live in a hotel, I will live in a hotel. Like, but I'm going to figure it out. And I did. And the most synchronistic things started to happen once I put myself in the ring and I committed to going. And I had all of these people around me that are like, it's never going to work. What are you doing? Like, all of their fears got projected. And with my human design, that already happens a fuck ton already. So, like, there's this force in me that, like, literally tunes it out. Like, I can just tune down the dial. I'm like, no, I'm not listening to that. I'm listening to this internal cue. And maybe it'll be the worst mistake of my life. You know, it might be. And if that's the case, I can always come home. Like, that's the thing. You can always go back to where you've been.
Yeah.
But the best thing that could happen is that my whole life changes. And what am I going to live my life by? The worst case scenario and being afraid of all of that happening, or playing into the best case scenario, which is the path of the unknown, and being brave and courageous and moving in that direction. And I went in that direction, and it wasn't immediate. I moved, I think, in April, and I didn't meet my community until September. But when it happened, it went so fast. And all of a sudden, I have a business. All of a sudden, I have the soul family that I've always been looking for in the soul community. We get on national television 6 months later. Like, there's this like momentum that happens when you're willing to follow the call of your iconic soul. Like, if you are here to make magic, you are here to create art, you are here to lead a movement, you are here to, you know, have a business that transforms people's lives, you have an obligation to follow that flow of wherever it leads you next. And it will often lead you into the unknown, because that's where all of the creation happens. Creation doesn't happen in that state where everything is known. You have to play in the unknown and conjure something that doesn't exist into form. And in order to do that, it's so much easier when you are, again, traveling with people who know the terrain. And while we may not know your exact, unknown terrain, we know the terrain of the unknown. We know what comes up. We know what you'll have to face. We know what you're going to have to overcome. And we're able to move with you through those initiations so that you come through and you're really able to own yourself fully, so that when you die, someone says the most iconic thing about you, in a tweet or in your funeral or whatever it is. They think about that. Think about, what is the obituary that I want written about me? I know it's kind of morbid, but if you don't think about it, you're never going to create into that vision. So if I think about, what do I want people to say about me when I die? And I think about this a lot because I have a lot of planets in Scorpio and I'm always thinking about death and and more like morbid things. But it's something that really gets me going, because I'm like, well, if I want them to say that about me when I die, how do I have to live? And am I living that way right now? And if not, what do I need to shift immediately? Immediately. And for me as an artist, it really comes down to like the courage to like act on those inspirations when they come. Michael Jackson talked about this a lot. He like called up his producer one night in the middle of the night. He's like, we need to get in the studio now. And his producer was like, well, can't we just wait until the morning? He's like, no, if we wait until the morning, Prince will have released this song. because he understood that, like, that inspiration, if you don't act on it, if that call comes and you ignore it, it's going to go to someone else. And it doesn't mean that the calls stop happening, because they always happen. But again, like, if you want to really expand into the truth of who you are, you have to be willing to act on those moments of inspiration. And for me as an artist, when I hear a line, I'm like, oh, I'll just leave that and I'll write it in the morning. If I do that, it's gone. But if I write it in the moment, those are the poems that go viral. Those are the, pieces of writing that people really resonate with. Those are the unlocks for me. Those are the songs that get, picked up by other artists. So when we're moving, with a community that understands this, all of a sudden your life becomes a lot more magical and a lot more fun. Like, do you know how fun it is to move with people who are doing epic shit? Yeah. And they're being iconic, and they're being silly, and they're being their full range self. Like, there's an aliveness to it. There's a heartbeat to it. There's a vitalness to it that you aren't going to find on the path of convention. The path of convention is kind of beige and flatline. Like, I think our original tagline was like, where like beige goes to die, or something like that.
Well, we're like the corner of the internet where beige goes to die.
Yeah.
And it's true. Sometimes the way we speak, you might be like, whoa, your nervous system might be like, whoa. But it's because we are in service to jolting you out of your autopilot. The way the human body is designed is to keep you safe, and safe is just familiar. It's what you know. And familiar for a lot of people is not what they like. It's not desired, but the nervous system will always choose safety over expansion and the unknown. So this is where we have to jolt you out. And if that is triggering, or if that's kind of like, whoo, good. We want to send that little electricity bolt through you to, come alive. So if you're feeling the call, we're going to link it below in the show notes. We want you to go ahead and sign your sexy ass up for this 3-day, I can't even call it a masterclass. It is a experiential recalibration, vibration shift. Like, it is going to be next freaking level. So hop onto the show notes, get in the reinvention. It is completely free. We are in service to your evolution. We're in service to your expansion. And it's honestly, writing the words even for it, I'm like, how do we even write words for this? Because it's like, it's hard to put that in writing, but we want to see you there. Invite all your friends. This is not going to be something you've experienced before. You probably experienced a lot of stuff. Get it in your calendars. Get the dates locked in. Show up live. Do not half-ass your life. Get in the game. And we're going to see you there. So you have a amazing fucking day. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you for being here for our Unhinged Madness. And we will see you back on next week for who fucking knows what.
Who knows? We love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. Do you know somebody who needs this in their life? Share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.